Up on Mountain News this morning, President Trump is expected to host the German Chancellor at the White House today. And a new bill filed in Frankfurt would expand the criteria for issuing an Amber Alert.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green here with you on this Tuesday, March 3rd. The time is now 6 o'clock, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Doslin for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, what can we expect for the weather this week?
Well, it's going to just continue to be rainy. Unfortunately, that is the trend throughout the next several days. Some folks could have some dry days in there, but everyone in the WYMT viewing area has at least a chance of rain for each day. So let's kind of break that down a little bit further with this morning. Looking at nice and dry, but as we zoom out, we're watching that next round of rain coming through right now. It's between Owensboro and Bowling Green. That's when it's going to make its way to the Somerset region around that 8 o'clock time frame, continuing throughout the midday hours and clearing during the afternoon. Then we'll look nice and dry for the rest of your Tuesday, but more rain chances are on the way as we're heading into your Wednesday. Good news is, though, temperatures aren't too bad. I mean, we're talking the 40s and 50s, so if you are heading out this morning to try to get a glimpse of that blood moon, you won't need a heavy coat, maybe just a light jacket. And by the afternoon, definitely not needing a jacket because we're getting into the mid to upper 60s for most folks. It is going to be very warm, so keep that in mind. High temperatures today will be around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time frame. Neely.
Megan, thank you. At least 9 people have been taken to the hospital after a mass shooting at a music venue in Cincinnati overnight Sunday. Police said they responded to the shooting at around 1 a.m. Officers at the scene told local media that 9 people suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. There is no information about the suspect or what led to the shooting. Cincinnati's mayor issued a statement thanking police and first responders and offered prayers for the victims. 2 people were killed after a shooting at a bar in Austin, Texas. The shooting happened in the early hours Sunday morning. Authorities say a man rolled down his window in an SUV and opened fire. At least 14 others were injured. The suspect was also killed. Police are trying to figure out whether or not the shooting may have been motivated by the strikes put on Iran by the U.S. and Israel. Sunday marked 1 month since Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. As of now, authorities have yet to identify a suspect in the case. As we previously reported, a $1 million reward was being offered by the Guthrie family for information resulting in the whereabouts of the Kentucky native. The Pima County Sheriff's Department is confirming this is still an active investigation. The ongoing U.S. and Israel strikes on Iran are expected to be discussed when President Trump hosts the German Chancellor at the White House today. U.S. Central Command said new strikes have taken out key Iranian military sites, though Iran's retaliatory hits have also spread in the region. The Pentagon now says that at least 6 U.S. service members have been killed since the bombings began 4 days ago. CBS News' Bradley Blackburn has more from New York.
Blasts rocked Iran early Tuesday. The Pentagon says U.S. forces destroyed Iranian military command facilities, airfields, and missile and drone launch sites. Overnight, suspected Iranian missiles were shot down over Doha, while Saudi Arabia's defense ministry said Iranian drones struck the U.S. embassy in Riyadh, causing minor damage.
The hardest hits are yet to come from the U.S. military.
Monday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned the next phase of operations will be even more punishing for Iran. He held a briefing with lawmakers that some Democrats say sparked more questions than answers.
This is Trump's war. This is a war of choice. He has no strategy. He has no end game.
President Trump defended the strikes in a letter to Congress obtained by CBS News, arguing, quote, the threat to the United States and its allies became untenable.
This was our last best chance to strike.
The president says operations will continue until Iran's missile capabilities, nuclear ambitions, and Navy are all destroyed.
We projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that.
The president added in a lengthy social media post overnight that U.S. munitions stockpiles have, quote, never been higher, and that wars can be fought forever using those supplies. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
This morning, the list of U.S. embassy closures and evacuations in the Middle East continue to grow. The State Department says the embassies in Saudi Arabia and Israel are closed today. The one in Kuwait closed indefinitely due to Iran's retaliatory attacks. Evacuations have also been ordered for non-emergency personnel and families in Qatar, Bahrain, and Jordan. The impacts of Iran conflicts are being felt here in central Kentucky. University of Kentucky researcher Sean Mohammed Muradi was born and raised in Iran. He moved to Lexington to get his graduate degree at UK in 2014. He says he did this because he worried that ongoing tensions surrounding free speech in Iran would impact his studies. He says he saw a lot of the repression firsthand, including seeing his friends being taken into custody. His family still lives there. He says his parents are safe right now, but he's taking every chance he has to hear their voices because communication is limited.
Seeing all the neighborhoods, all the locations that I grew up with or I may have memories in being bombed right now, it's a little bit scary. Oh, I stop everything that I'm doing. I'm like, pause. I'm answering this phone call no matter what. So yeah, I'm grabbing the phone, I'm starting to talk with them, and I make sure that I'm positive.
Mohammed Muradi says he will continue to lean on his Iranian American community in central Kentucky as the violence continues. Nearly 6 out of 10 Americans disapprove of the country's decision to take military action against Iran. That is according to a new CNN poll conducted by research firm SSRS. More than half also believe the conflict will drag on for an extended period of time. Most also question President Donald Trump's handling of the situation, with 60% saying he does not have a clear plan. Most also say he should seek congressional approval before any further action. Recent political violence has prompted the Diocese of Lexington to act. From the January 6th Capitol attack on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, they are now calling for unity. The historic St. Paul Catholic Church started the United Encounters 10 years ago. Stan Jr. Zerowitzki says it's an opportunity for people from various religious backgrounds to stand for the common good. In the past, they have highlighted the Hispanic community and survivors of gun violence.
Coming together to stand shoulder to shoulder, to talk about something that's important to us, and that's the dignity of every human person and the political violence that has gotten way out of hand and is an assault upon the dignity of the human person.
The United in Hope event starts Thursday at 5:30. Governor Andy Beshear will serve as the keynote speaker, but it will also feature a statement from the Republican House Speaker and various traditions from other religious beliefs. Lawmakers in West Virginia advanced a bill they hope would stop cars from approaching children after getting off of a school bus. The bill would allow footage from cameras mounted on school buses to be shared directly with law enforcement. One instance that sparked urgency to get the ball rolling on this bill was last year when a child got off a bus in Kanawha County. Instead of stopping behind the bus, a car came towards the child, narrowly missing them before swerving onto the curb. Officers say this will make it easier to catch someone passing a stopped bus.
I'm fortunate in my county, our law enforcement works very well with us to make sure we have what we need. If we can get the copy of their license plate, they're willing to go out and do whatever they need to. This just gives us a little more flexibility around the state to make sure that we're doing everything we can to catch those individuals that pass our stopped school buses.
The bill will now head to the House, will head to a vote on the House floor before it would head to the Senate. The new bill filed in Frankfort would expand the criteria for issuing an Amber Alert. Senate Bill 289 was filed Friday by Senator Brandon Storm. The bill cites a case from Roncastle County after a 13-year-old went missing in October and was found safe 2 months later. The suspect in that case, Christian Delgado, faces both state and federal charges in the teen's disappearance. We now know the cause of death for Grey's Anatomy star Eric Dane. According to a report from People's Magazine, the husband of Knott County native Rebecca Gayhart died of respiratory failure with ALS listed as an underlying cause of death. Dane died on February 19th, less than 1 year after he announced his diagnosis. He was 53 years old.
And we're looking at nice and comfortable temperatures as you're heading out the door this morning. A mixture of the 40s and 50s, not looking too bad. And by the time we head into the afternoon, even more improvements are on the way as the mid to upper 60s take over for most of the region. It's going to be very warm. Now, as we're looking towards the clouds this morning, still dealing with some thick cloud cover here and there, but it looks like we have a break towards Pike County, Dickinson, and Buchanan County, Virginia. So maybe head outdoors and look towards that blood moon. We're right around totality right now, so keep that in mind. Here's a look at that planning forecast for you, though. We are looking at high temperatures around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time frame with rain in the morning and midday hours, clearing during the afternoon. Neely.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Newly released video shows former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton answering questions about Jeffrey Epstein. We have the latest.